Okay, okay. Oh, that's gonna be problems. Got onto this road here. Okay. Well, it's sparking. Maybe we'll get it. We're falling off still. On. Some point here. Something's gotta give. Definitely running low on bullets though. No idea if I'm doing any damage to it or not here. Well, it is starting to smoke, so I'm definitely doing damage. That's good. Ouch. Okay, that one was a lot closer. One bullets left. Hey, Joe Kaiser. Hey, Joe. Sorry. Welcome. In the process of trying to kill this thing. Come on now. Come on now. Well, it was smoking. It's smoking anymore. Oh, it still is a little bit, but I'm sure there's more feedback as to whether or not I'm doing any damage. Ooh. Okay. Well, I gotta be doing some kind of damage here. Oh, I got some more armor piercings. I should have been using in the first place. Go. Now we're definitely doing damage. Sparking. Go. Come on. Come on. Bam.
Stop using Santa's voice. I know you're not him.
It is not his voice. It is mine. When Svante died, I rose from his ashes. You should know this. You are the one who named me Phoenix, after all.
I had all kinds of experimental jacket and stuff on there. Alright. Oh, guys, there's another one up there? Commander to the south? Jeez Louise. I got a break here, would you? A run on tanks here? No, this is control nervous system. Be hilarious if we had we turned this into a safe house. Using the access key. Search for survivors. Oh god, there's lots of dogs in here. Tell you that much. So many of these firebot things. That. Keep the digital watch, not the other thing. Ooh, okay. Little doggy. Goodbye, doggy. Where? So many spider bots. Lockpick. Sniper rifle scope. I'll take that. You know I've got one already. Where the hell's this thing at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Moving along here. Check all these things first. Let's go. Tools. Take the cosmetics. And leave the rest. I look in here. Yeah, I looked in these already. Yeah, 'cause there's the front door. Okay. Both those. Okay.
All the data say there should be a lot of survivors here. Where did they all go?
Worry not. I moved my precious resources somewhere you will never harm them.
These are all empty.
Science has a long storied history of doctors experimenting on themselves. Even if I fail, it's my hope that you can extract some useful data out of it. Please complete our dream, Veronica. I love you, my dear girl. Good night.
Blow up the site. Okay.
Thanks for finding that. I'm glad I got to hear him one last time.
Go. That down. Go. spawning things behind me. Let's build up a little bit here. The other gas valve has to be out here. There was no other path back there that I could see. There's a whole other... Yo. Keep the facility before it explodes. Oh boy. You know, I'm a little bit... I can't run. This is going to be a thing. Go.
Everything that has happened here makes me feel like this place is haunted. I keep turning around and expecting to see Kalle, or even Svante. The way they died, it makes me realize that I can't keep hiding in here. I need to fight. There's someone I love out there who I need to find before it's too late. I'm sorry. I wish I could stay, but I can't lose Elsa too. But I'll keep in touch. Promise. Stay safe out there.
Oof. There we go. Oh, that was the end of the main story. I guess I figured it would be. It would be the end of the main story. Oh, man. I was downed. I was downed in the credits. In the credits. The credits were rolling and they freaking downed me. Oh, that's hilarious. So, what to say? Hey, Harlem Menace. What can I say about the game? There are definitely fun parts of the game. It's most definitely meant to be multiplayer through and through, because the difficulty spikes are numerous enough that I can pretty much confidently say they've never tried to balance it for one player. I mean, I'm you know, I can pretty confidently say that because it's clear that they didn't. They just kind of threw everything at the wall and just said, yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. So there's that. Which, honestly, I mean, there were two big times when it really became an issue, and that was that, you know, final mission where you're pushing the basically pushing the cart along. The very last one there against the Phoenix, and there was one earlier when you're actually defending the base. Like, those were clearly never intended to be single player thing, which is unfortunate because I think there's a lot here. Like, there's enough exploration here that if you were that playing it in single player can be pretty fun. Like there's definitely points when I'm like walking around the world and I'm like, oh hey, here's a new area, and you know, oh, I'll take these guys down. You know, there's a lot of like when the combat kicks off, it gets pretty intense when you know have cover and everything else to deal with. So they definitely did well with the combat. Not having it looks like they tried to make the enemies a little bit different from one another, even though they're all exactly the same, by giving them like elemental bullets and stuff, you know, radiation bullets and you know, fire things that catch you on fire and stuff. And I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, that I feel like that's out of place given the rest of the game, the rest of the way the game works, especially when you've got a game that's got guns that only take certain ammo and all that stuff. It just feels like they said, screw it, we'll just put this in here because we don't have any other way of differentiating all these enemies from one another. Like once you've faced one tank, you've faced all tanks, basically. You know what I mean? It's just the only difference is how many health packs you gotta swallow down in the process of doing it, which is unfortunate because the game really does need more variety than what it presents. It's still fun in its own right, but it does get very repetitive very quickly. And also you spend a lot of time just trying to traverse the world, you know? The encumbrance system, again, it feels like there's two competing parts of the game. There's the game that wanted to be Arma, and then there's the game that wanted to be like an action shooter, you know, an action FPS. And both of those things are constantly at odds with one another, right? Because you've got you can only carry, you know, 90 pounds on your back, right? And then they've also got that, they also extended that to the storage, but then the storage is shared amongst all the safe houses, which makes sense, right? Because, I mean, that's just like a quality of life thing. But it then gets you into this situation where, as you saw I was doing earlier, where you're like, well, I guess I might as well do the credits for Live Team too, since I'm still talking here. You get into this situation where it's, in order to fast travel, you can't fast travel when you're encumbered, right? Which, you know, thanks a lot, Fallout, for that nonsense. That's the dumbest thing in the world, right? Which is already not friendly to the person playing the game. But then your storage has also got a maximum weight limit for some reason, right? So you end up in this situation where you're like, well, if I want to fast travel, I'll dump this one gun that's 3 pounds. That will get me out of over encumbered. Then I could fast travel, and then I'll just pick up that gun again from the box, from the shared stash, on the other side of the fast travel. It's like, at that point, why are you stopping me from fast traveling? It's just you're making me find ways around the game at that point. So that's just a weird. You could feel it's like I said, it seems like there's two competing voices at work in this game. There's the one that wanted to be really like a realistic military shooter. And then there's the I want to kind of be like a little bit of a sci-fi thing. Yeah, I finished it. Yeah. Well, I'm not quite finished. I finished the main story, but there's still DLC, so I'll be doing the DLC. I just want to let the credits roll so everybody gets their props for the recording anyway. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm so mixed on the game. I'm like, this is one of those games where I say, you know, if you ask me, should I buy this game? The only thing I can say is only if you've got a group of people that you frequently play military shooters with. Like if you've got a group of people that get together like once a week or whatever, and you play like Battlefield or you play some kind of military shooter, Arma or something like that, and you like to, especially if you like to role play it a little bit, then yes, you'll find a lot to like here. You'll find a lot of enjoyment in this. Looking for a single player experience? Nah, I wouldn't bother. If you're looking for a story? Nah, don't bother. If you're looking for variety of enemies, don't bother. There's only like 4 types of enemies and that's it. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That said, I am gonna go finish the DLC because I did enjoy it enough to give it that much to continue. Because I there's a part of it like I like. There's almost a walking simulator quality to it where you're just going around and exploring things. And the unfortunate thing about that is you could see all the prefabs, right? It's like it's not like a Horizon Zero Dawn or something like that where the open world has a lot of variety in it. You know, you can go pretty much anywhere and see something different. And here it's like, there's a little bit of variety, but most of the time you walk into a house and it's got, you know, 5 chessboards because someone got copy paste happy, you know. Or the houses are laid out pretty much similar. Sometimes they throw a loop and they lay out the house a little bit differently, but most of them are laid out exactly the same way through and through. And you know, there's only, I don't know, it feels, I feel like they could have, and I think I said this once before, but I feel like they could have reduced the size of the map to a quarter of the size that it is right now and focused on making towns and cities that look very different. Like, get rid of all the nonsense in the outlying stuff and just focus on the major cities, because each of the big cities that I've gone into, well, cities, like the big towns that I've gone into, have had a lot of variety in them. They felt different enough. If they just got rid of all the other crust and just put those together and just kind of tightened it up a little bit, it would probably be a lot better. And you wouldn't have had so many people like me who played it for 3 hours and then said, I'll come back to this someday. You know, there's a lot of people who probably still have this in their library who just like, someday I'll go back to that. You know, because it was such a slow burner and kind of really just required you to find your own fun. You know, and but it doesn't tell you that on the tin. You kind of go in expecting you're going to get a crafted experience, and instead it's more like, just find something to do. You know, go find something. Well, gotta go find something. You know, and I hope you like destroying the same 4 different robots over and over and over again. Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway.